Hello and welcome back to my video. I hope all of you are doing well. Today, a little bit more about worldwide stamps, covers, etc. Let's get started. Germany of 1920. 5 values of a longer set were printed in types 1 and type 2. It is the 30, 40, 50, 75, and 80 pfennig value. Type 2, the frame and center in a one-step printing. Type 1 in a two-step printing, causing various degrees of shifting between the center design and the frame. Let's take a closer look. Here we have type 1 on the right, this one. The cross on the crown, right up here, is nearly invisible, practically really invisible. The center of the stamp and frame are shifted from each other, causing a different spacing between them, as you can see up here in the upper left and upper right, as well as narrower spacing on the bottom. And the inscription is slightly larger and thicker. The type 2 is just of the opposite. The distance between the inner part and the outer frame are of equal distance. The crown or the cross up here is quite visible and clear, and the inscription is thinner as well. Usually, the type 1 is the better type as far as catalog value goes, especially when you're dealing in used, that is, legitimately used items, because here too you can run into fake cancellations. But the used, properly used, vary from anywhere $40 to about $70. Germany, DDR 1953. Here we have a 5-year plan in offset printing. On the left, the original, and on the right, the reprint. One of the easiest ways to tell the difference is look at the inscription. The word on the top, Deutsche, with the E ending that word being partially over the A and partially over the T of the word below. Basically half and half or close to it. On the reprint, distinctly the E is directly over the A of the word below. This is a clear and correct and distinct way to tell the difference between the original and the reprint. And this is for the offset printing process only. These DDR stamps also a second issue in 1953 of the 5-year plan, but now in letterpress printing. Examples shown here are reprints in offset printing, all the left stamps, and letterpress printing, all the right stamps. The offset printing basically has a relatively unclear image. The inscription is thin, the letters, and a few more minor details. Whereas the letterpress printing has a clear image, also basically in most cases with a lined background. The inscription is thick, and also here a few other minor details. To differentiate between the reprints as opposed to the originals, I recommend to check a specialized German catalog, because trying to explain that on this video might get a little bit confusing and takes quite a bit of time. It's a lot quicker and easier to refer to a good reference on these. The Netherlands. A 1906 mint-hinged semi-postal set with a nice 2015 catalog value of $80. But even better, with the key used value on a postcard. In this case, it's the 3 cent, which unfortunately has damaged the postcard, that is, right in this whole area here. And you can see that on the picture side as well, which is at a reduced size as I indicated, to allow more space to look at the postage side of the postcard. The stamp and cancel are actually in good condition. Most of the time encountering these type of stamps, they are typically done with a favor cancel. And I don't have the date. It's also in Amsterdam cancel, by the way. But I don't have the actual date right at hand. I'm a little unprepared on that. But most catalogs do actually show that, the exact date of the typical favor cancel. So make sure you check your catalog before you spend a lot of money for these stamps. Another nice cover, this one from Nyasaland of 1935, a first flight cover to Mozambique. Also well preserved, well marked. Everything on it looks right. So very nice item. Very nice and collectible. And here, USA of 1851 in a type 2 with all the outer frame lines. That is one of the determining factors. Some may object to pen cancels, but unfortunately, it was worldwide a part of the process. Still, an attractive, clean, and sound stamp and cover. Excuse me. And yes, here a big wow, or is it? Sorry, a little scratchy throat. Italy, issue of 1926. On the left, on the top, what appears to be a postal forgery. according to an older catalog. And I have no value. Boy, getting a little worse. But it's just temporary. I'm okay otherwise. Sorry about that. Italy, yes, again, the left and the right, the genuine stamps of 1926. In the center, the forgery, poor design detail, and no watermark, none. That's just in as I just in as I'm doing this video, a very kind and quick reply from a gentleman of Aste Bolafi, meaning Bolafi Auctions in Torino, Italy. His reply: I have examined the image you sent us. It's a famous but not rare forgery. Too bad. I was hoping for better, but of the 60-cent Michetti stamp of 1926. It's cataloged by Sassoon, Specialized Italian Catalog, NF205. The quotation of the single stamp is €7.50 for mint hinged items and €10.50 of mint not hinged items. Best regards, A.P. I thanked him in return very kindly. Surprisingly, this postal forgery became a smaller wow as we continue to learn. And Italy one more time. This unusual 1944 issue, overprinted with a T for use as a provisionary postage due stamps. I have seen numerous different Italian stamps from different time frames with this improvised postage due, but never on this particular stamp. So I just thought I'd point that out and show and share. Well, I hope you enjoyed a little bit, even with my momentarily scratchy throat. I apologize, but I didn't want to redo the whole video again. This is already my second or third time, so please don't be too, forgive me for that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, sometimes we think we found a treasure such as that forgery, but in this particular case, it did not turn out to be such a big deal. However, it was a bigger deal in regards to learning about it. So I find that very good information and helpful information from the generous Italian auction house. I think that was very nice of them and very courteous, and I appreciate all they have done and said. Wishing all of you best of success, and hopefully the next time a forgery turns up, hopefully a postal forgery again, and hopefully one of a little bit better value. At least we hope so. My channel, Stamp Space, My Fun Things. Thanks again.